Hey, welcome back to No Hype Beer Reviews. Unless it's your first time, then welcome. Please consider subscribing. If you do, hit the notification bell, get all the updates. We're excited for today's video. The beer is courtesy of Billy. Thank you so much, Billy. I really appreciate it. So it's Tuesday, and on Tuesdays I try to test my palate, and this one is an aged beer. So I was going to do it for like a Cellar Saturday video, but it also, I don't know, it seems like it makes sense here. One of the reasons I thought maybe not doing it for one of the weekend videos is because we don't know how old this is. It's probably 6 to 7 years old, Billy thinks. So we have that going for me in terms of testing my palate. And also just a really interesting sounding beer. So it's Draper Brewing, which I don't think I've ever had anything from them. Limited release, barrel aged and bottle conditioned. It's a Belgian cherry, hence the Omegang glass. Belgian strong blonde fermented with Bing and Lapen cherries, handpicked at Brosey Sugar Tree Farms, Winston, Oregon. Aged for 1 year in red wine barrels sourced from Spangler Vineyards in Roseburg, Oregon. All barrels and fruit used in the Renaissance series are locally sourced. I love that. It's really cool from that area of Oregon. 7.2% ABV. So relatively low ABV for how long it's potentially been aged for. I see some carbonation. It's not like exploding or anything. I'm assuming like a pinkish color. Yeah, okay. So far, so good. You know what I'm immediately regretting? I should have poured this and then read the bottle. I wasn't anticipating, I should have, being bottle conditioned, that this would have a lot of head like that. Oh, you made a mistake, dude. That's okay. I'll waste some time cleaning the bottle from that drip. Yeah, that didn't change things much. Whatever, I don't care. So yeah, it's got a little bit of a pinkish hue to an orange, maybe slightly coppery color. A lot of carbonation. Definitely did not lose any carb with the bottle conditioning in the bottle for however old this is. At time of me checking, it's just under 3 fingers ahead. It does seem to be going down pretty quickly. We're already down to like 2.5 fingers. So yeah, it's doing its thing. The head is definitely like that, get a spoon and you can just, spoon it out. Pretty small bubbles, starting to break up into peaks and valleys on top, which is pretty. Yeah, we're already down to under 2 fingers ahead, so no issues there. Let's get into the aroma. It's a little tart smelling, might just be the cherries. Some fruity esters, there's a sweetness. It's not full on caramel, but definitely you started to caramelize some sugars. Slight earthy, maybe funkiness. It's not doughy, it's baked bread. Maybe a hint of chalk, hint of Flintstone vitamins, like a minerality there. Thinking back to all the things I just said, I will say this, it smells good. I'm really excited to try this. Let's get into the glass. Cheers. Thanks again, Billy. Hope you're doing well. Okay, so it does not have a sourness, just a cherry taste. Yeah, it's not. It's more than just a cherry taste. And actually, it's not even that dominant of a cherry taste. So yeah, some of that stuff I was wondering about in the aroma is not in the taste. There's not a amount of like funkiness even. Definitely very bready, yeasty. The aftertaste is doughy, which is interesting because I explicitly got more baked bread in the aroma. It's doughy with that yeastiness to it. It's kind of cool, actually, but I got to take another sip at this point. Sorry, it's been too long. I got to take another sip to explain the actual sip. So there, you know what? There is a little bit of vibrancy. There's a good amount of vibrancy. There is a little bit of a tart, sour, wild thing. Very little, very, 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 very little. In real life, I'm drinking this the day after I did that Creek. or yeah, Creek. Lambic. Sorry, Lambic. That one, although not the most sour beer I've ever had, certainly, it's like interesting to go from that one than today drinking this one, where it's like, oh wait, there is a little bit of that, but I wasn't really processing it probably because of yesterday and how that was more intense in this one. Like I said earlier, the cherry is there, but it's not dominant. It might be the age, it fell off quite a bit, but like there's still a little bit there. Some fruity esters, which is nice. Slight orange zest. Finally getting some of the barrel aging. Red wine is not surprising. There is that sweetness I was talking about in the aroma. Not full on caramel, but definitely you're starting to caramelize some sugars. It does have some of that. This is a really nice sip. Starting to get some of that Belgian yeast specifically, which is nice. Almost drinks like a light, this makes a lot of sense, I even think of it. Kind of drinks like a light Mad Elf. Can't believe I didn't think about that. I would have been really mad if I thought of that off camera. So I'm glad I pulled that. So if I'm gonna assume not a lot of people have had this beer, but if you've ever had Troegs Mad Elf, it's like if you dialed it down to a 7-ish% version. Because I think that one's like 10. It's a Mad Elf, double digits, 11. Yeah. So like, yeah, like make like a, if that's a imperial version or whatever, make like the single version kind of a thing. But anyway, yeah, this is really good. I had no idea what I was getting into. I mean, in terms of how was it bottle age, is it still any good, blah, 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 blah. Hence me doing it on a Tuesday, and this is only good. So I'm super stoked on that. So Billy, thanks again, man. Really appreciate it. Hope you're doing well. Have you guys had this beer before? Have you had beers that sound similar to this? Have you had Mad Elf and diluted it with some water or something? I don't know. Anything, everything, comment section below. Let's get a conversation going. Once you're done doing that, make sure you check me out on Instagram and Untapped. It's No Hype Beer Reviews, both those places. So please like, comment, subscribe, and most importantly, imbibe. Cheers, everyone.